Hey everyone, this video is actually gonna re-upload, so you'll be seeing footage like this. It's my way to avoid copyright. Anyway, here's the now edited video. Today I decided to do a video on why Never Say Never Again is underrated. Spoil warning ahead, and I will not be comparing this to the movie Thunderball. However, if you do want me to make a video on that, please let me know in the comments. Now, one of the main reasons I think it's underrated is because it's one of the few Bond movies where Bond gets a full-on happy ending, where he retires from the MI6 and stays with Domino.
There you are.
I always have a martini at 5.
You'll never give up your old habits, James.
No, you're wrong. Those days are over.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Mr. Bond. Obviously caught you at a bad moment.
M sent you.
Only to plead for your return, sir. M says that without you in the service, he fears for the security of the civilized world.
Never again.
Never?
Never say never again. Never say never again.
I also like the fact that even though this is set in its own universe, away from any other James Bond material, you can clearly tell that this Bond has been through the field before.
One minute, 47 seconds, sir.
Not too shabby, sir.
The dead 007, dead. You should have studied the plot more carefully. Fanatical revolutionaries kidnap a millionaire's daughter and hold her captive for 8 weeks. Of course, she could have been brainwashed. Could have turned. Evidently, she did.
With due respect, sir, I played your war games for 2 weeks and I only got killed once.
Twice. You've forgotten a landmine on the Black Sea beach.
Correction, sir. I lost both legs. I did not die.
You were immobilized.
It can never be the same playing with blanks. It is somewhat different in the field. With your life on the line, well, your adrenaline gives you an edge.
But is your edge sharp enough? That's the difference between a 00 and a corpse.
Since you took over, sir, you've had little use for the 00s. I've spent most of my time teaching, not doing.
Oh, I'll make you no secret, I hold your methods in much less regard than my illustrious predecessor did. But my duty is to keep you up to par. Too many free radicals.
I also love the fact of how self-aware some of the characters are about James Bond's actions.
Good to see you, Mr. Bond. Things have been awfully dull round here. Bureaucrats running the old place, everything done by the book. Can't make a decision unless the computer gives you the go-ahead. Now you're on this. I hope we're going to have some gratuitous sex and violence.
I certainly hope so, too. What is this for?
I'll show you. You unscrew it, then stick it up your nose. It's for my sinus.
Well, I won't need one of these where I'm going.
Where's that? Or, are you not allowed to say?
The Bahamas.
Lucky bloody you.
You're not going to make any trouble, are you, Mr. Bond? Let's face it, your reputation has preceded you.
Do I look like the sort of man who would make trouble?
Well, yes, frankly. And you're going to jeopardize the tourist trade if you start going around killing people.
Nigel.
I also like the fact that this movie didn't give its villain a deformity, which is something the main movies usually do.
The bad guy is not someone who's got silver teeth or fangs or one eye or is disfigured or is a monster. No. The bad guy is a contemporary businessman. Corrupt because he loves power.
What's your latest venture?
Oil.
Speaking of the main villain, I like how they made Blofeld look as normal as possible compared to his other appearances. And I know I said I wouldn't compare this to Thunderball, but I have to give a few points. I think this movie did better than Thunderball. I think it's better that Bond told Domino about her dead brother the day they literally met, rather than them snorkeling together and being all romantic with each other.
I hope we didn't frighten the fish.
Ow! The egg spines, they're poisonous.
Here, give me your arm. Sit down. Now turn over. This is going to hurt a bit. It's the first time I've tasted women. They're rather good.
You're the only man to ever make me cry. Except perhaps Francois, my brother, when we were children.
Domino, I have to tell you something.
I'm sorry, James. I didn't mean to embarrass you, speaking of love. I know.
I must hurt you again.
You're going away. So sorry, my dear, but it's all over.
No, it's about your brother.
What about him? Francois. He's dead. What?
What is it you're after?
In part, it's about your brother.
What about my brother?
Did you know that your brother was working for Largo?
That's impossible. Jack is in the U.S. Air Force.
That's precisely why Largo used him. Your brother's dead. Keep dancing. Largo is the prime suspect. Your brother was used and then eliminated.
I also like the idea of using a fake eye more than using plastic surgery to get the bombs.
Your coat, sir? Happy landing.
Thank you. Be good. At least until I get back. Ciao.
Nobody's ours. The guard is empty.
Shut that door!
He's dead, all right. Lippy, you take over. Are the doctor and ambulance outside?
Everything, as arranged.
Angelo. Your breathing equipment. Isolate you from the oxygen supply. Gamma gas, instantaneous, type you just used. And most important.
Not enough. $100,000 is not enough.
What are you trying to say?
I changed my mind. 2 years of my life, studying the film, the reports, plastic operations, voice lessons. Make it $250,000. Or get someone else.
There is no one else.
Exactly. I am Derval.
Grand Turk has acquired. Bermuda has acquired. We have Grand Turk data on the Alpha Circuit.
Mr. President, please stand by while authority for this procedure is confirmed by I-print check. If confirmation is not authenticated within 8 seconds, the base will be sealed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Presidential authority is confirmed for change of test procedure. Dummy warheads will be replaced by W-80 thermonuclear device. Have a nice day.
And lastly, I like how Never Say Never Again actually shows the political ramifications of Spectre's demands.
A lot of these
Well, now that we're all here, the Prime Minister has asked the Home Secretary to come and represent him here today. The Home Secretary.
Gentlemen, the tape that you are about to hear was received at 10 Downing Street this morning.
My dear Prime Minister, 2 atomic bombs, numbers 456 and 457, which were aboard NATO Flight 759, are now in the possession of Spectre. Unless within the next 7 days your government pays to us £100 million in a manner to be designated by us, we shall destroy a major city in England or the United States of America. Please signal your acceptance of our terms by arranging for Big Ben to strike 7 times at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
The Prime Minister and the President have talked together over the hotline and have agreed that unless the bombs are recovered, payment will have to be made. To avoid general panic, complete secrecy will be maintained and no press announcements. The Prime Minister has asked that your department take charge of the operation.
Thank you, sir. Sir John.
This circle represents the full flying range of the Vulcan. Extensive search has failed to locate any evidence of either a crash or landing, and worldwide reports have proved negative on all airfields large enough to handle the Vulcan. That's all we have, sir.
Thank you, Sir John.
Well, I'll leave you to carry on. We'll keep you in touch from number 10.
Thank you, sir. You may now open the folders in front of you. Code name? Thunderball. As you can see, we've very little to go on. All the members of the crew had top security clearance. You'll find their photographs and service records in your files. You'll be working with NATO, CIA, and all Allied intelligence units. Well, that's all, until you discuss your individual assignments with me.
I am Supreme Commander of Spectre, the Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion. Yesterday morning, the American Air Force launched 2 cruise missiles from Swartley Air Base in Great Britain. Through the ingenuity of Spectre, the dummy warheads they carried were replaced with live nuclear warheads. Your weapons of destruction are now safely in our possession and will be moved to 2 secret targets. Please note the serial numbers of the missiles. They will confirm the truth. Your weapons of deterrence did not deter us from our objective. A terrible catastrophe now confronts you. However, it can be avoided by paying a tribute to our organization, amounting to 25% of your respective countries' annual oil purchases. We have accomplished 2 of the functions that the name Spectre embodies: terror and extortion. If our demands are not met within 7 days, we shall ruthlessly apply the third: revenge.
$25 billion a year.
Non è possibile. These demands would destabilize the military system. I call this meeting to order. The Foreign Secretary wishes to address you. Lord Ambrose.
Gentlemen, we are faced with the ultimate nightmare, the abduction of nuclear warheads.
But how is this possible?
Up to this point, our fail-safe procedures relating to nuclear hardware have been absolutely foolproof.
Non ho mai sentito questo I hope the American government realizes its awesome responsibility in this matter.
NATO has a joint responsibility to solve this problem, gentlemen.
But if this gets out, it will cause worldwide panic. How well has this information been contained?
Apart from those present in this room, the information resides only with the CIA and British intelligence.
Wonderful. That means by now it's all over the Kremlin.
I know your feelings, then, but I insist you reactivate the double O.
As you wish, sir.
With that said, I think I'll end the video here. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what other Bond movie you want me to talk about next. See you later.